Okay, let's see. Welcome, guys. I want you guys to come on in. Make sure that you are showing some love. I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to create the reality that you do want in your life, okay? And the only way that you're going to be able to create the life that you really do want in your life is the only way you're going to be able to create the life that you want is if you master yourself. You got to master your mind. You got to master your thinking, right? You got to overcome your traumas so that you can actually create the reality that you want. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about how your thoughts are they're not doing you any good if you aren't mastering them. And I'm going to walk you guys through the mirror principle today, okay? So you guys come on in and show some love. All right? So you guys know, or if you do not know, all right, unresolved trauma, it will result in one of two things, okay? So here you are the creator, all right? If you deal with anxiety or depression, all right, it's because you have some type of unresolved fear that you have not yet taken care of. I need you guys to come on in and show some love, all right? Come on in and show some love. Let me blow this up and make it a little bit bigger for you guys so you guys can see. Okay, I am live on YouTube and on TikTok right now. Okay, so I really want you guys to pay attention to what I have here on the board. Okay, so you are the creator. Anytime you don't take care of any of your unresolved trauma, all right, that will result in anxiety, depression, or both. Okay, so it's very, very important that we take care of our trauma when we experience it. And a lot of people have been experiencing trauma since they were children. I need you guys to come on in. Let me reset this live. Nobody's tapping anything. Let me reset the live. Hold on, y'all. What do you mean? Okay, guys, come on in, give a thumbs up, and make sure you are sharing this live, all right? So, unresolved trauma in your life will result in anxiety, depression, or both. So, your resolution is one, healing. Why? Because you came to heal your bloodlines. Number two, mind mastery. Why? Because your thoughts create your reality. So, you cannot afford to allow yourself, your mind, to sit in unresolved trauma for extended periods of time. Okay. If you want to manifest the reality of your dreams, what you must do, all right, is ensure that you are mastering your mind and healing any traumas that you have. Okay. So, you as the creator, remember your unresolved trauma will result in anxiety, depression, or both. So, anxiety is when you are overthinking, you are operating in fear, you are anticipating things to happen in a negative way, right? Or you are having panic attacks, things like that. That was me, the anxiety, right? If you deal with depression, right, then that's you not being able to let go of the past. You are stuck. You keep reliving, replaying the old situations, the old trauma over and over and over in your mind, right? So if you deal with anxiety, let me see a red heart. If you deal with depression, let me see a blue heart. Okay, let me see who is up in here. All right, let me see who I need to talk to. So you as the creator, you got to understand that you are creating the world that you live in. You are creating the reality that you see every single day. Okay, so how do you create your reality? Well, you create your reality with what I call your creative tools: your thinking, your speaking, your actions, and your emotions. You guys come on in and show some love. Make sure that you guys are sharing this live with the people that need to see it. People need to wake up to this information. This is life changing information if you let it, if you apply it. Okay. So make sure that you guys are showing some love. Thank you so much. All right. You guys are helping me get this message to the masses when you guys are showing love. Okay. And if you are receiving any type of information, then definitely reciprocate. Okay. All right. So your 4 creative tools are your thinking, your speaking, your actions, and your emotions. Do not forget it. Take a screenshot if you need to. Your thinking, your speaking, your actions, and your emotions. You have 4 creative tools. Okay. So these creative tools create your reality, which is why your resolution to your anxiety and depression and all of that is to heal your bloodline and also master your mind, because your thoughts create your reality. So you'll hear people say, oh, make sure you're mindful of what you say. Make sure you try to think positively. Try to do this. It's because you're creating your tomorrow. You're creating your next year. You're creating it with your thinking. You're creating it with your speaking. You're creating your reality. Okay. So the sooner we can understand that, the better. All right. The sooner we can understand that, the better. All right. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are processing what I'm saying. Okay. Or give me a smiley face in the comments. Let me know. Okay. So again, the depressed mind, they're stuck in the past. They can't let go of certain things. They keep replaying things over and over and over in their mind. What happened to them, how this person did them. You know, that's the type of energy that they have going on, right? The person that is anxious, they do a lot of overthinking. They have the panic attacks. They're negatively anticipating things to happen in the future because of the past traumas that they have not resolved. Okay. Do we have anybody in here that is dealing with depression right now? Let me see a blue heart in the comments. Do we have anybody right now that is dealing with anxiety? Let me see a red heart in the comments. Okay. The reason why I want to see this is because I want to understand who I'm talking to. Okay. So I see some blue hearts. All right. I am live on YouTube as well as TikTok. Okay. As well as TikTok. So make sure that you guys are following me on both platforms. Okay. All right. So I see blue and red. Let me show you something. Okay. And while I'm doing this, you guys show out. Okay. Let me show you this timeline. So this is your future, right? The creator's future. This is your past. Now the depressed mind. Okay, here we are today. Okay, you see the depressed mind, they're stuck back here, right? Okay, this is their past. They've had things happen to them, right? So they are here, reliving situations that they have not yet resolved. Their body is moving forward with the days. Uh-oh, let me bring this out so you guys can see. Hold on, guys. Okay. So your body is moving forward, right? But for the depressed person, their mind keeps going back to these moments. You see, your mind is going back to say, hey, I need you to take care of this. That's why your mind keeps going back to these moments in time, because it wants you to resolve it. So for the depressed mind, they're stuck in the past, negatively anticipating. They've had a lot of things happen to them that was negative, and they're stuck there. So now they are actually living a life of depression. Now they're the person that's walking around saying, I am depressed. I am depressed. Well, ultimately, you were literally just supposed to experience a day, a moment, a month of trauma or whatever it was that you went through, right? You were supposed to experience the trauma, then work through the healing at that time. But a lot of us didn't have that opportunity, didn't have anybody to lean on. We may have kept this stuff to ourselves. It could have been a lot of different things. So if that is the case, let's make sure that we understand that we've been carrying it along with us all this time. All right, let's make sure you guys are showing out. I need to get this message to the masses. Okay, this is a valuable information. If you are receiving any type of jewels, make sure that you are reciprocating the energy. Okay, my goal is to be on the what? page, you know, because we need to make sure that everybody is seeing this. We're all winning. We are all in this together. Help me spread this message. Thank you guys in advance. Okay? So the depressed mind is what now? Continuously now, because they have made it a part of them. They're saying, I am depressed. I have depression. No. You were supposed to experience this moment of depression, then move forward with healing and not carry it along with you. So now you're carrying along baggage, right? Now you're carrying along baggage. No, that's not what we're doing here. All right. So, but what happens is, because you get used to being in this funk, right? It actually creates a state of being within you. So you got to understand, when you go there enough, when you step into that trauma over and over and over again, you are actually invoking this, like this, not spirit, but yeah, this state of being over yourself. You are creating more and more depressive moments, because we are creators, and what we think about, we create. So if you are allowing your mind to continuously think about the moments of trauma, then that is why you are going to create a traumatic tomorrow, a depressed tomorrow, right? Because what happens is the body gets accustomed to being in this state. And so the body wants to continuously remain there. It becomes the norm for it. And so the body will go and look for ways to, or things, situations, circumstances, to remain in this state of being. Now, just like you could do it with something like depression and anxiety, you can most certainly do it with something amazing like joy, happiness, gratitude. Okay? Do we have, I see you. You said, I need this blueprint. You on both, huh? Okay. All right. I got somebody on my tube, and Lashani. Is it Lashani over here too? She said, I need this blueprint. She letting me know on TikTok and on YouTube, baby. I got you. Somebody just said, I need this blueprint on both. How you doing, alignment with Shay? Grand rising to everybody. Mwah, I see all of you guys, okay? I'm just trying to stay in the flow. All right? Okay, now, so how many of you guys are dealing with this blue heart, depression? Raise your hand. This is a safe space, okay? I myself was the bad anxiety, so I know exactly what you're going through, all right? Okay, who is dealing with the blue? Hey, PG. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you're coming across me. I'm glad you guys are finding me. This won't be your last time here, baby. This will not be your last, okay? All right, for the ones of you who are claiming this depression, let me explain something. You're claiming that depression, and right now we're about to claim the healing, okay? So if we can raise our hand for the sicknesses, the ailments, those things, right? The things that don't work out for us, let's make sure that we just as happily, okay, raise our hand for the healing in our lives. Right? Let's claim the healing. Let's take our power back. You understand? Because said I'm on both platforms. Thank you for that support. Mwah! Thank you so much. So the only way we're going to create a better tomorrow is if we actually decide on a better tomorrow, right? The only way we are going to claim a better tomorrow is if we actually decide. Okay? So for those of you who showed me a blue heart, meaning you have in the past dealt with depression, but not after today. Okay, you have in the past dealt with depression. I want you to raise your hand and say, I take my power back today. I want you, wherever you are, to raise your hand and say, I take my power back today. Okay? I want you to declare it over yourself, over your life. You understand? Because I can sit up here and want it for you, which I do. I can sit here and want it for you, which I do. But you ultimately have the power. It is you, my darling, who has the power. You understand? So you have to say, I take my power back today, and you have to intentionally move towards the healing. So what does that mean? All right? If the mind keeps going back to these moments of trauma, this is the mind telling you, like, hello, I need you to resolve this, not brush the shit under the rug. That's not what the mind is telling you. The mind is trying to get you to pay attention to something so that you can grow through the healing. Okay? You got to understand there is purpose in your pain. There is purpose in your pain. You may not be able to understand it. And I'm going to tell you straight up, this, when it happened, that hurt the worst. The worst has already done. You cannot tell me, baby, that this healing is going to hurt worse than the actual moment of trauma that you experienced. There's ain't no way. You understand? So we got to know that we must. It is our duty. It is our responsibility, okay, to get to our healing. All right? So whenever we have trauma and the mind is taking us back there, we got to do two things. Heal ourselves and mind mastery, okay? If you have depression, if you have anxiety, you want a resolution. The two resolutions are healing, okay? And not only are you healing yourself, you're healing your bloodlines. Healing and mind mastery. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are following me, okay? YouTube, give me a heart. Let me know that you guys are following me. Okay, here on TikTok, let me get a thumbs up or a smiley face, something. Let me know. Hey, guys, I love seeing my people up in here. Okay, mwah. All right, so we're taking our power back, okay? We are deciding that we're not letting this happen. This ain't going to fly, okay? So we are going to, when these moments come up, we are going to take a look at them. This is something that I need to work on, work through. And what type of healing does that entail? Well, it depends on who you are. Because trauma looks different for all of us, doesn't it? Some people can go out here and get a super bad divorce and they're dating in 2 months. Someone else can get that bad divorce and they never want to be in a relationship again. Does this make sense? So it's not the actual act. It is the person who is receiving the act. So if the trauma looks different, that means the healing looks different. If the trauma looks different, that means the healing will look different. Okay? So, okay. Now, 1, we're working on the healing. 2, mind mastery. Which means while we're working on the healing, we're not going to allow for our minds to sit in these patterns, these cycles anymore. We're not going to allow for our minds, okay, to sit in these cycles anymore. We're not doing that, okay? All right? So that means we are going to have to implement mind mastery until the day that we croak. And the reason why is because what? Your thoughts create your reality. This is why. Your thoughts create your reality. This is why I tell you to implement mind mastery. I'm not telling you that because the shit sounds pretty. I'm not telling you, oh, it's so important that you just think positive. No, because I just want to say that. No, I'm letting you know that every time you think a thought, okay, whether it be good or bad, baby, you are creating. I am letting you know that so that you know. Okay, just want you to know. All right. So now, all right, you took your power back, right? Because I'm going to give you guys a resolution, of course, to implement the mind mastery. All right. But for right now, the people who deal with depression, they said they take their power back. Right. Okay. So now let's talk about the anxious minds, right? The ones that are overthinking, the ones that have fears, the ones that anticipate negative things to happen, the ones who are having the panic attacks. Let's talk about them. Right? That used to be me. Panic attacks, passing out. Right? That used to be me. Panic attacks, passing out. Crazy, right? All right? But, my goodness. All right? I had to put an end to that. I went to the psychologist. I said, listen, I can't control these thoughts. I said, I need your help. I cannot control these thoughts, right? And she tried to put me on medication. What was happening? Why was I having these fears? Why was I getting anxious? Well, I never resolved my past traumas. So me, okay, I was negatively anticipating things to happen in my future because of the past traumas that I didn't take care of. You see, I would get antsy, I would get anxious, I would get fearful, I would overthink because I didn't resolve these. I would just keep it moving. I'm strong, just keep it moving. Not take a look at the things that I was actually experiencing, right? Just keeping it moving. All right? Okay? So we got to understand that this we experience trauma in our lives, and sometimes you may just you may just keep it moving and not even realize, right? Like how traumatic some things are. Okay? Some things, like when you sit back and think about it, even right now, think about something you experienced or saw as a child. And you're like, wow, I cannot believe I actually like experienced that or went through that or saw that. Think about what it was like. What the fuck? And look at how amazing you are as a person right now. Right? Look at how, like, look at how strong you are. Like, literally, look at how much you have overcome. Look at the things that you've accomplished. Seriously. Right? And you've been traumatized probably a lot throughout your lifetime. Right? Grand rising to everybody. I love seeing you guys up in here. Thank you. Yes, when you sit back and think about it, things didn't go the way you thought they would, but you still just stand no matter what. Yes. Yes, I got out of my tornado, and now I am my own personal tornado. That was so funny. T Monet says, girl, you be speaking the truth. Thank you, T Monet. Listen, I keeps it real with love. Because you know what? I done been there. I done done that. I can talk about y'all and all of y'all because I've been there, right? And I'm just trying to keep people from making the mistakes that I did. Okay, you ain't gotta make the mistakes I did, honey. Yes, I try to give myself grace and remind myself, yes, yes, yes. The glass is half full after all. And life is trials and tribulations. And whatever your trial is what your journey is about, baby. It happened for me, not to me. Yes. Yes, it happened for me, not to me. So many things are out of my personal control. In 2025, we must understand we must stand against, yes, oppressive. Yes, 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 yes. All of that. Yes to all of that. Now, this, like I said, there's purpose in the pain, right? Because my thing was bad anxiety. This was my thing. This is what I had. But you see, had I not been so affected by it, I don't know if I would be here 20 years later talking about it, right? Would I be here 20 years later talking about the anxiety and panic attacks that I went through and how much it affected me? So, hello, again, we got to understand what's going on here. All right. So, I had to go through it. I've gone through things so that I can talk about it. I've gone through toxic relationships and connections, attracting those things to myself, having to learn how to rewire my subconscious mind so that I could actually see the 3D world that I wanted. Like, I've had to go through things. I've been laid off, right? I've become a full-time entrepreneur. I've gone through shit, right? So I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. And when you learn how to do this stuff, you will transform your whole damn life, baby. You ain't got to worry about a damn thing when you learn how to play the game of life. Like, it's just a game. And when you know how to play the game, when you know the rules and all that, you prosper. You hear me? You prosper. Okay? All right? Within the boundary of unity as allows to build. Let me see. Okay, so here we go, right? So this is the anxious mind. Where is their mind? Okay. Off worried in the future, right? off worried in the future. Okay? And the depressed mind is what? Stuck in the past. And where is the body for both of them? The body is right here, right? Right here, smack in the middle. Look at this. Where the purple is, that's where we are right now, 2025. Okay? So for the depressed mind, your body is here in 2025. So you may be here right now where you are. Tell me where you are. Right now, put it in the comments. Are you at your house? Are you in the office? Are you in the airport? Where are you right now? Put it in the comments. Okay? Put it in the comments. Okay, in my car, right? At work. Awesome. At a friend's house. Wherever your physical body is, right? Okay? That's where your mind should be. But for the depressed mind, their body will be here and their mind will be in the past. Their mind will be, if you're at your friend's house, your body is physically there. Why is your mind, okay, at your parents' house? Why is your mind at your school, right? Okay? If you are at work, your body is physically at work. Why is your mind, okay, at the mall? Why is your mind somewhere else? If it's 2025 and your body is here in 2025, why is your mind off in 2018? Or why is your mind off in 2022? Right? So your mind will get stuck, locked into the time frame of where that trauma happened. Yeah. Your mind will be there. Your mind is going back there, letting you know, I have to take care of something. I have to take care of something, right? And instead of you brushing it under the rug this time, you are going to take a look at it. You are going to work through the healing. You are going to implement mind mastery, okay? And then you are going to continue to move forward, but with your mind, okay? For the anxious person, your body is here, but your mind is negatively anticipating things to happen in the future. It's a 50-50 chance that things will go right or wrong, whatever you're doing. You go right, you got a 50-50 chance. But see, an anxious mind, you're automatically thinking it's going to be negative. You're automatically thinking it's going to be negative. Okay? All right? So, now let's implement the Nikki method. I'm going to give you guys the Nikki method, okay? The Nikki method is a mind mastery technique that you can implement to disrupt this overthinking, okay? To disrupt this stuff, all right? Okay? So, is this making sense so far? Give me a thumbs up. Let me go grab my drink. Is this making sense so far? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. The first step of the Nikki method is use your emotions as a gauge to ask yourself, what am I thinking about? Some of you said you were at your friend's house. If you're at your friend's house, right, and all of a sudden you start crying, you got to ask yourself, what am I thinking about, right? So if your body is physically at your friends, you should just be there enjoying your friendship, right? But if you start crying, I'm talking about the depression or the anxiety, okay? I'm talking to someone who deals with that, okay? That's what we're talking about. All right, so you will ask yourself, what am I thinking about? And you will notice that your mind has started to disconnect. Your body is here, but your mind is thinking about something from the past. So you're going to stop the negative thought. And then you're going to bring your awareness back to the present. So I want you to do the U-turn. Okay? So you're going to stop this negative thought dead in its tracks. I don't care if you've been there for 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days. It doesn't matter. Don't dwell on that. Just stop the thought. Do we have a deal? Okay. Do we have a deal? Do we have a deal? You're not gonna ponder how long you've been thinking about this situation. That's gonna get you off track. I don't care how long you've been thinking about it. What's more important, yeah, I'm finally on YouTube. What's more important is that you stop it. See, this is self-mastery. You are becoming aware. So that's what we want to focus on. All right. And that is what we will focus on. So you stop the thought. Okay. And then you bring your mind, the mind, back to the physical place where you are. You need to bring the mind back to the physical place of where you are. Okay. All right. So you turn. Bring your awareness back to the present. Ask yourself sensory questions. What's that I see? I smell, I hear. Okay? What is that I see, I smell, I hear? Thank you so much, Rez. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay. Okay, so Purple Queen, that's exactly what I'm teaching you right now, my darling. Pay attention. Okay? And this is the Nikki method right here are the exact steps that you implement to stop your mind. Okay, it's a mind mastery method. It's a mind mastery hack. This is exactly what I'm teaching you right now. Ask your question. Go ahead and ask your question. All right. Purple Queen, does that make sense? Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your beautiful comments. Purple Queen, does this make sense to you? All right. Does anybody need a recap? Type recap. Thank you. Type recap in the comments so I can know. Some of you guys are coming, just getting in. It may be more of you that are just getting in. And if so, I want to recap the message for you. Okay. I just want to get a gauge of how many of you guys may need that. Is Purple Queen still up in here? Who in here said that they had a question? Put it in the comments. Okay, there you go, Purple Queen. There you go, Purple Queen. Okay, here we go. Listen up. Okay. First of all right, unresolved trauma in your life will result in anxiety or depression or both. So what you as the creator must be doing, all right, is having a resolution. You as a creator, you want to work on your healing and mind mastery if you have anxiety, depression, or both, okay? So the resolution will be healing. Why? So you can heal your bloodlines. And 2, mind mastery. Why? Because your thoughts create your reality, okay? Now, you as a creator, you have what I call creative tools. And these creative tools are your thinking, speaking, actions, and emotions. These 4 tools in alignment create your tomorrow, create your next week, your next year, okay? So it's very important that we master our minds, okay, when we're dealing with things like this, so that we're not continuously keeping ourselves in a cycle. Does this make sense so far? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys got me so far, and then I'm going to break this down and get you guys caught back up with the Nikki method. Okay. Okay, great. Now, all right, we got to understand. Imagine this is your lifeline. Just imagine. This is your future. This is your past, okay? Here we are, the Purple Heart in 2025, okay? We're right here in 2025. Let me scoot this over. Okay. Let me see if you guys can, let me get this glare off for you on YouTube. Hold on. Okay. So, okay. So here we are in 2025 where the purple is, right? And here's the past and here's the future. So if this is your lifeline, right? The depressed mind, they are stuck in the past. They have had some traumas happen to them that they have not been able to resolve, to let go of. So they're literally reliving these old situations, traumas, moments of traumas over and over and over again, or they're brushing it under the rug when it comes up. Okay? So the depressed mind, their body is moving forward, right? Time doesn't stop for anyone, but the mind, you see, the mind is disconnected. The mind keeps going back to those moments of trauma. You can't get away from it. See, the mind goes back to let you know you have some work to do. But we just ignore. We just brush it off. We act like it didn't happen, right? So you can't do that. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to go in your backpack, your trauma backpack, okay? Just imagine having a trauma backpack. How much is in there and how much you have not resolved or taken a look at, don't ignore, right? Okay? So that's the depressed mind. They are stuck back there, all right? Reliving negative situations over and over and over again. But the problem with this and with anxiety is that when you allow yourself to what? Remain in this state of being, like thinking about depression over and over and over again, thinking about trauma over and over and over again, what happens is your thoughts create your reality. So now it becomes like your norm, your state of being. You are natural. Now you are depressed all the time. That's who your normal state of being now. That was never meant to be that. That was never meant to be that. Okay? So we're taking our power back. You guys said you were taking your power back. Now the ones that deal with the anxiety, you gave me a red heart. Okay, you're overthinking things. You're fearful of things. You're negatively anticipating things because you never resolved the past. Now, you may not be stuck back here like the depressed mind. You may not be stuck back here, but you most certainly, right, are negatively anticipating the future, right? So, for example, let me give you an example in love, right? The depressed person in love, they've been cheated on, lied on, abused, right? And because of that, right, now let's say that they're single. They don't want to get into another relationship. They can't get into another relationship. They are too traumatized. This hurt them too bad. They do not feel capable of really being vulnerable with anyone anymore because they were so traumatized. Okay? This is the depressed person. The depressed mind. This is just an example. You could also find a depressed mind in a toxic relationship. They're stuck there. They cannot get out of it. Okay? It can manifest in different ways depending on who you are. Okay? So now, if that's the case, that's the depressed mind in a relationship, right? Now let's talk about the anxious mind in that's experienced that same thing. So the anxious mind, they may say, well, yeah, I can go out here and date, but you know, let me call them. Where they at? Who you with? What time you gonna be home? Where you going? I'm coming with you. Okay. Let me see your phone when you get home. Like, it's all this extra shit. Why? Because they were hurt in the past. They didn't resolve the past. They were traumatized back here. They ignored it. They moved on without resolving it. Does this make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Make sure you guys are checking this out, guys. Make sure you guys are checking it out. Get on up in there. You don't want to miss out, baby. If this is resonating with you, if this live is resonating with you, you definitely want to tap in. Tap in. Okay? Take advantage of the that discount while I'm on the live. Okay? So I stopped thinking about the past and trauma, let it go so the positive can come in. Okay? So hey, higher thought, how you doing? So it's again, there's two things you must be doing: healing and mind mastery. It's not you just letting go. No. I want you to, are you healed from it? Are you working on it? Are you working through it? And then as you're working through it, since you're taking care of that part, let's not let our mind ponder on shit. Let's not let our mind just think about it every single day or every single month or we're breaking up out of that. You can't continue to do that but want the change. Okay? Yeah, I got an ebook. I'm trying to tell you where to get everything. You better get my program. See, my program has all of my material together. I'm telling you how to implement my material. This is key to when you are transforming. Oh, look. When I tell you I wear this thing nonstop, boy, I wear this thing nonstop. What was I gonna say? You guys want my program. Why? Let me tell you why my program is so amazing for you. Okay, so valuable. All right. You get all of my audio, my master classes, my videos. You get them, right? You get my challenges. You get my workshops. You get my ebooks. Everything. All of my material strategically placed in my program. So that means when you open it up on day 1, you'll know what to do. On day 2, you'll know what to do. On day 3, you'll know what to do. Right now, guess what? That's not even the best part. I love to support the people that get my program. And whoever gets my program, you are automatically entered into my weekly mentorship. So my program comes with weekly guidance, weekly Q&A. You guys get to come into the Zoom and we talk about any hiccups, issues you may have. Isn't this amazing? A one-time fee. It's 50% off while I'm on the live. A one-time fee, right, will get you continued mentorship. Amazing. Okay, so tap in with that. All right, now, okay, so all right, we understand the mind is disconnected when we have depression. The mind is disconnected when we have anxiety. The body is in one place, but the mind is somewhere else. So we implement things like the Nikki method. Okay, we implement things like the Nikki method. Okay, the Nikki method is a technique that you can implement to master your mind. This is a method, right, that you can implement to master your mind. Okay? All right? So, first step is use your emotions as a gauge. A lot of us come out of bed and we're on autopilot. You hit the alarm. You go to the bathroom. You do the same things every single day. You eat the same breakfast every single day. You take the same route to work. You talk to the same people. You sit at the same place. You eat the same food. You are doing the same damn shit every single day. Okay? Every single day. Right? And so we have to break up out of this when it comes to things like depression and anxiety. We can't allow ourselves to remain in these state of beings on autopilot. So you got to literally disrupt your way of thinking, your current way of thinking. Okay. So use your emotions as a gauge to ask yourself, what am I thinking about? If you are right here in your car driving and all of a sudden you start crying, you got to ask yourself, what am I thinking about? And then you'll notice that your mind is not in that car with you. Your mind is thinking about something that happened last week. So you have to stop the thought dead in its tracks, right? Stop the negative thought. Okay. Then you have to U-turn, bring your awareness back to the present. And so when you bring that mind back to the present, you're going to ask yourself sensory questions. What is that I see? What is that I smell? What is that I hear? Right? Because that's allowing your mind to check back in with where your body is. All right? Now that you have checked back in with where your body is, right? Now you want to breathe. Let's regulate that system. Okay? You're going to breathe in and out 5 times. All right? Okay? In with the nose, out with the mouth. Prolong that out as long as you can. All right? And then I want you to affirm something that feels powerful. If you are driving, maybe you could put on some frequency music. These are all different things you can do. Maybe you could do some scripting, some EFT tapping. You have options depending on where you are and what you like, what resonates with you. Okay? Get your screenshot, guys, because I'm gonna erase this and move on. Okay? If you have not signed up for my complete identity shift program, it comes with weekly mentorship. You better catch up. You better lock in. You do not want to miss it. Trust me when I say this. The price is not going to remain this. I always give my warnings, my heads up. Okay, you guys know where to go to find it. Go to the LINK in the description or in the profile. Okay, it's called the Complete Identity Shift Program. Okay. Namta, thank you so much. Okay, so now, do you have your screenshots? Give me a thumbs up. Do you have your screenshots? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. How many of you guys know how to manifest? How many of you guys know how to manifest? Okay. So, how many of you guys have heard of the mirror principle? Have you heard of the mirror principle? Okay. So as a creator, right? First, let's understand who we are. We are creators, right? You came in this world to create. You're creating with your thinking, your speaking, your actions, and your emotions. But you came here to create, right? Okay. So the mirror principle, well, I'll put that later. Well, yeah, let me do it. Okay, so the mirror principle tells us basically that whatever you want to see reflected back to you, you have to first show to the mirror, right? The only way that you're going to see something in the 3D world is if you show it to the mirror first, right? Like you have to be it, okay? In order for it to be reflected back to you, okay? So the easiest way that I feel that people can do this is if they take on the identity of that which they desire. Okay? So if you take on the identity of the person that you want to be, you will find that it will be very easy for you to utilize the mirror principle and actually show the mirror what you want to show it back. See, when we are creating, right? When we are manifesting, we manifest tangible things and we manifest new identities. Okay, we manifest tangible things and new identities. So when we're manifesting new identities, say you want true love. Say you want to manifest abundance, financial abundance, or a new job or something like that, right? You want to change some things about your life, your career, your lifestyle, your health, things like that. When you do that, you must be, all right? You must be that new individual if you want to see it. It's like you have to play the role. You have to dress the part. You have to be the actor in the movie so you can watch it on the screen. You understand? So the mirror principle is basically letting us know that whatever we pour, like basically whatever we pour into the mirror is reflected back to us. And I teach that if you want to see your 3D world shift, you're going to change your identity, right? And so you pair them up together, right? So how do you reflect to the mirror, okay? How do you be that which you desire? Is basically the question. All right? And so again, that takes us back to the creative tools. Okay. So the creator utilizes their creative tools, their thinking, their speaking, their actions, their emotions to create. Okay. Someone says, so if I want to be rich, do I go out and spend money? Not recklessly, because that's not what someone rich does, right? Someone who is wealthy, they have healthy spending habits, right? They save, they invest. They know how money works, right? They're learning about money and things like that. They're making money work for them. So it's not just necessarily about spending the money. It's about what is your relationship with the money. You understand? Does this make sense to you guys? Give me a thumbs up. What is your relationship with the money is the question. Hey, Venus! Right? Okay. What is your relationship with the money is the question. Okay. So the world reflects your inner state. Okay. Your outer experiences are a reflection of your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, right? The people, the situations that you encounter, they mirror what's actually happening internally, in case you didn't know, right? So you need not argue with anyone outside in this 3D world, because they're simply just a reflection of you, okay? People act as a mirror, okay? Their behaviors, their attitudes, their actions of others towards you are literally a reflection of how like you feel about yourself or any unresolved emotions that you carry. Okay. I get anxiety looking at my account and what to spend. Yeah. And so you have to combat that. Someone says, I get anxious when I look at my bank account. I know what that feels like. All right. So I had to go against the grain. If that's what, okay, if that is what the current me, oops. Let me just say this. The current you right here, the money that you see or don't see, right? Okay. It is it's reflected back to you right here, right now. The money that you see. So whatever you're doing right now, that anxiousness and all of that, that's why you're seeing the money that you see. So if you want something different, you're not going to continue to feel those emotions. You get what I'm saying? See, you got to be that wealthy person if you want to see that wealthy person. We are creating our reality. Someone says how? This is everything that I teach in the mentorship. Okay, but you're doing it with your thinking, your speaking, your actions, and your emotions. I've been telling you over and over and over and over and over again, right? Your thinking creates, I'll walk you through it. But this is the stuff that I teach you in the mentorship. Okay. This is exactly the stuff I get into the nitty gritty, right? So I want you to know that your triggers, right? Any triggers that you experience, those are actually revealing your inner wounds. Okay. They're actually revealing, okay, purple, your inner wounds. All right. So when someone or something triggers you, it's an opportunity for you to look inward and identify, what beliefs do I have? What traumas need to be healed? What needs to be addressed? Right? Okay. The energy and vibration that you emit, That's actually attracting similar frequencies into your life. So it's again always about us and the identities that we have. We relate to our perception of who we are. Okay. How much we love ourselves. Okay. I went over healing a little bit earlier. Healing looks different for everybody. Some people can write a song and be healed. Some people can go on a solo trip and be healed. It just depends on who you are. Some people can write a book and be healed. Right? Okay. So again, your self-perception is shaping your relationships. How do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Because how you see yourself, right, is mirrored in how others treat you. Yeah. How you see yourself is how other people, right? Other people will treat you. That's actually very deep. If you're in a relationship and that person is not treating you like they should, you better do some internal work. If you are at a job and that job is not treating you like they should, you better do that internal work. Okay? You better do that internal work. If you lack self-love, you may attract relationships that are unfulfilling, that are disrespectful, right? Okay? So your self-perception shapes your relationships. Okay? Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. All right? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Your reactions are the clues. Okay? Your reactions are the clues if you pay attention, because your emotional responses to these external events are a direct indicator of the inner stories that you are telling yourself. Okay? What are you holding on to? Right? What narrative have you been telling yourself? It never really ends. Someone says, does your healing ever really end? No, I don't believe it. I believe I will be healing until the day that I croak. I do. The divine delivers the means for your healing. The divine knows exactly what you need in order to heal. So the divine delivers the people, the places, the situations, you know. So this is why we just got to get to it. Right? We shouldn't just be like waiting. Oh, when I get healed, then I'll help other people. No, you're going to be waiting the fuck forever. You hear me? Okay? You're going to be waiting forever. Don't do it. The time is now. You want to be a leader, you want to be a coach, you want to help the masses, you're a chosen one, you want to do the work, be it now. Be the help that people need now. I told you, you must be that which you desire. You must be it if you want to see it in the 3D world. You must be it if you want to see it in the 3D world. All right. Okay. So also remember that you can always change the reflection, right? That you are seeing. You can change it. All you got to do is what? Change your mindset, your beliefs, your energy, right? Okay? Your mindset, your thinking, your speaking, your actions, your emotions. These 4 tools make up your vibration, right? Okay? So make sure that you are paying attention to what you are seeing, and like I said, using it as a gauge. Utilizing it as a gauge, right? Your 3D world is a gauge for you to tell you where you stand if you're smart. Some of y'all will be too caught up in the damn sauce. Y'all out here arguing, beefing with this person, that person, and all this shit unnecessarily. You wasting your breath. You're arguing with self, matter of fact. It's crazy. You're actually arguing with self. Uh-huh. Okay. So, and just as I want you to know, just as others mirror you, like, they're showing you, okay, what you're feeling on the inside, you are also a mirror to them. Because, okay, think of it like this. How many of you guys got kids? Who got kids up in here? Raise your hand. If you got kids, raise your hand. If you have a kid, raise your hand. Okay. Some of y'all have kids, right? When you think about your kids, you know your kids from your point of view. But your damn that teacher knows your kid from another point of view, don't they? They know a completely different damn child. They don't even know your child. They know a completely damn different child. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Okay. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Okay. Right. Your significant other, whether they're toxic to you or whatever, you know them a certain way. You have a certain relationship with them than their mama has with them, than their father, than their sister, than their brother. So you are reflecting back to them, okay, the identity that they are showing you. You are reflecting back to them the identity that they are showing you. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Does this make sense to you? It doesn't make sense, Larissa. Okay. What about the mirror principle doesn't make sense? Larissa. Everybody else is getting it. So what doesn't make sense to you? Hey, Phoenix. How you doing? Okay. Listen. The only thing that's real is what's going on in here. That's the only thing that's real. What's going on in here. Okay. So this 3D world, right? This is a reflection, guys. This is a reflection of what's going on in here. This is an illusion. Okay? The 3D world is an illusion. So anybody that shows up, anybody that pops up, any situations, it is a reflection of whatever is going on internally. What don't you understand? Okay. So it is a reflection of what you have going on internally. So just like people can show you what you are reflecting to them, like they are showing you what you are experiencing on the inside, you too are showing them what they experience on the inside. So if you know this person as a say you have a colleague at work, an employee, a great colleague that's always helping you out and always kind and always sharing their lunch, you are reflecting back to them a good relationship. They think of themselves as a good employee, a good colleague. You're reflecting back to them a specific relationship. All right. But that same person can go home and be a complete asshole to their significant other. And that reflection back is whatever they are dealing with. They could have been conditioned as a child, had trauma and love or whatever. And that relationship is reflecting back to them that trauma. I hope that makes sense. Hey, Mr. Take Notes. I'm doing very well. Very, very well. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. All right. So all we're here to do is take accountability. We're not here to place blame. We're not going to get far doing that, right? The mirror principle is not about blaming yourself for every negative experience, but just taking accountability so that you could change. Okay. So you can change. All right. You could be be nice to a narcissist, but they can be nasty to you. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So, what's your point when you say that? Yes, you can be nice to a narcissist, but they can be nasty to you. Yeah. So they are reflecting back to you that you are more concerned with making other people feel valuable in their lives than yourself. It's about you. Okay? It's about you. I just told you that the people that you're experiencing are reflecting back to you what you are dealing with on the inside. But yet here we go. You want to talk about that person. See, and that's where I think this is why it's hard for people to manifest. Because we get so caught up in putting blame on everybody outside of us, okay? When we need to just go within and tweak. Does that make sense, guys? I break all of this down in my weekly mentorships. Pop up in there. This is 2025. This is the year of transformation, baby. You better get it together. This is the year of completion. This is the year of 9. You better get it together. Get it together. Oof, that one hit me in the throat. Yes. Yeah, because you know what? We got to get it together. They failed us. They didn't teach us this stuff in school, right? So it's our responsibility to just really be aware of what is going on, the game, so we can play the game and win. All I want to do is just win. I just want to win. I want everybody to win. We can disconnect our emotions from this shit actually, right? And like really get to the good stuff. We can disconnect. Thank you guys. Thank you. Love that. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the gifts. Any mindset questions? Any mindset questions? Okay. Someone just said, my depression is at its peak right now. And I just told you, and I just said, right? You are a creator and you create your reality. I just told you that your thoughts create your reality. And I just told you that you have 4 creative tools: your thinking, speaking, actions, and your emotions. So if you utilize your thinking and speaking to say something like, my depression is at a peak, even though you are expressing yourself, I want you to know that you're creating your tomorrow. Okay. Okay. That you're creating your tomorrow. Okay. Keep tapping, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, did you type your question, goddess? What if the game is coding false perception? I mean, to be honest, this is all an illusion. That's what I was saying. The only thing that's really real is what's going on inside. It's all an illusion. That's why I say don't get caught up in blaming somebody for this or don't get caught up in all of this. It's fake. It's fake. What if you don't have many thoughts or your thoughts are song lyrics? My mind stays quiet a lot of times. I know what that feels like. Hey, Tanya. Hey, guys. I know what that feels like. So there's nothing wrong with that. You can just, if you want to create intentionally, think of it like this. You're going on a road trip, right? And if you're going on a road trip, you got to have a destination for the Google Maps. And if you don't have a destination, you're sort of just like there in La La Land. So you can allow your mind to just be, but where are you going? And how much time are you wasting is the question then. Okay? Does that make sense? Casey says, but let me walk it off. Did I miss your first part of your... I didn't see anything. Okay. Yes. So be very decisive. This is one of the first steps in my program. Okay. Again, let me tell you guys about my program so that you guys can actually take advantage, because anybody who's on here really serious about their transformation, you will be up in my mentorship because I resonate you. And if you're smart, you will follow the signs that the universe is giving you, like right now. Right. So listen to the name, complete identity shift. I told you guys that the way to really perfect this mirror principle is by implementing a identity shift, right? That would be the easiest way for you to get the 3D world to reflect back to you what you truly desire. And so my complete identity shift program is a program like no other because it's strategically placed for you. It's a mentorship in a box, and I give you step-by-step instruction on exactly what step to take each day. So I don't have you like wondering, you don't just get all of my material. No, you have steps to take each day. And so and they are easy steps. My program comes with my master classes, my audios, my visuals, my ebooks, my challenges. It comes with all of that, but the prize is that it comes with weekly mentorship. So inside of your zip file, there will be a Word document, and that Word document will have your Zoom link. 2 Zoom links, matter of fact. I over deliver. Yes, I do. The first link will be to your weekly Zooms, and the second link will be to your bi-weekly Mindset Church links. We have Mindset Church. I host Mindset Church every other week, and that too is included with your program. So you got to understand it. It's like this. You will have a program that is giving you step-by-step instructions every single day. And then to accompany that, every week there is a meeting. It's not mandatory, but it's absolutely there to support you if you need it, right? So you will have the option to attend the mentorships while you are actually doing, ask the questions that you need, okay? And right now, while I'm on TikTok and YouTube live, the program is 50% off. So take advantage, okay? It's already discounted. You don't need to use a coupon code. Okay, any other questions? Yes. Oh, Casey, I love you so much. I'm proud of you. Yes, walk it off, baby. So Casey says, I was just finishing the peak of depression statement, and then she decided to walk it off. Absolutely. I love that. See, we as creators, we have to know that we're going to be like mastering our minds all the days of our lives, every single day, all day. Every single day, all day. Get in the habit of mastering your mind. Basically, keeping track of your thoughts, you controlling your thoughts, not letting other people or other things control your thoughts. You get what I'm saying? So when you take that power and when you understand that you have the tools to create your tomorrow, you are so mindful of the words that come out of your mouth. You are so mindful of the things that you do on an everyday basis. You are so mindful of it all. Okay. Yes, Kia. Yes. Takikia. Hey, girl. Let's see. Any questions? I appreciate you too. Honey Queen says, I feel like there's a woman assigned to me to stop my new identity. I will defeat her. Yeah, but remember, you feel that. Okay. This is your reality. Baby, I ain't phased. Every single day, I get my ass up here on live, right? Whether it's on TikTok or YouTube, I'm exposing myself by talking about this stuff, exposing myself to people who may be haters or whatever. That shit is not phasing me. What is for me, and I'm just gonna keep moving, right? Because what? No. The difference between what two? Okay. Is there anybody that is taking advantage of the discount, right? You know where to go. You go here, all right, and go to the LINK. you guys go to the description on YouTube and make sure you guys are taking advantage. You also get access to the community so that you can access the program inside there as well if you desire, okay? But otherwise the program does come in a zip file. Okay, thank you, Center Stage. Thank you. Any mindset questions? Let me lower this. I'll sit down and talk with you guys now. I will sit and talk with you guys now. Bye, guys.